Yeah, I think it's looking very unlikely it'll see very much of it. It's just one of those things. Just injury, unfortunately, is part and parcel. They're removing the disc, fusing the joint, and it's just been a case of wait and see. And that it'll take 3 months probably for the bone to heal, and then after that it'll just be rehabbing, trying to get the strength and power back into me.
How optimistic are you? I mean, there's been talk that it's a career-threatening injury.
No, the surgeons are very optimistic, and whenever you get any injury, you just have to put your faith in what the surgeons and the medics say. They seem very optimistic. I think the problem is, I'm probably not going to be out that much longer than someone getting a knee or a shoulder reconstruction. It just happens that because mine's in the neck, a lot's made of it just because of the area and the nature of the injury.
In terms of the international season, obviously, it's given what happened last year, it'll be even more frustrating to miss it this year.
Well, I suppose that's one way of looking at it, at least. The other way to look at it is, I got involved and played a part in every one of the games that won the Grand Slam, so no matter what, no one can take away the fact that, I have a Grand Slam winner's medal at home, and, obviously it's frustrating not to be there to try and defend the Grand Slam, but, life goes on and a new season comes on, and I think you have to, well, first of all, we have to sort of take a step back and be a bit realistic that this is the first Grand Slam we've won in 61 years or whatever it was, so, to straight away expect back-to-back Grand Slams, you just have to look at the figures and it doesn't really add up, but as a squad inside, we're confident. You look at the contingent we have in the Lions, you look at the way the Churchill Cup got on, the America Tour got on, so obviously a goal is to retain the championship, and the Grand Slam is the ultimate goal, so I don't think it's unrealistic, but I think at the same time we don't want to hype it up too much because it has been the first time in 61 years. So,
how have you enjoyed working under Declan Kidney so far?
Oh, very good. The coaching staff surrounding him, and Gert, both Declan, Gert, or all of Gert, Declan and Les are all brilliant, as well as all the backroom staff. So if you have top quality players and top quality coaches, it can only be good for Irish rugby, and as it's proven over the last year.
You touched on the Lions as well earlier on, Rory. Obviously, there's a possibility of you being called up at one stage. Ross Ford came in eventually. How much of a disappointment was that for you at the time?
I could was disappointed, but unfortunately that's rugby. I'd like to think it was a close call, but they went with Ross Ford, who's a very good player. So it was just one of those things that you just have to get on with it and move on, and sort of a new season now, and it will eventually hopefully be a new start for me sometime soon. Being in and around the Ulster squad, we're very much looking forward to a new season. We have a difficult start with 2 trips to Wales in the first 2 weeks, but it'll be at the same time it's very exciting for us because our third game will be our first home game. Will be the opening of the new stand on the far side there. I think probably the big buzzword for us this year is consistency. We've shown it in patches that we had a great performance against Munster and then followed up with a very, very poor team performance against Edinburgh, and we need to get somewhere in between every week where we're trying to raise the bar, but the bar is set very high for ourselves. It's a bit of one game at a time, with the new coaching staff, etc. but I think you have to go, your end goal has to be the playoffs. The reason the playoffs are there is to put you, that you don't necessarily have to be top of the table to win the championship, and whoever finishes in fourth has as much chance of winning the championship as whoever finishes in first. So it gives you need to be in the hunt with sort of 5-6 games to go, that a good run towards the end of the season and you can get yourself into the top 4, make the playoffs and really sort of push on from there. It certainly makes it a lot better for the teams finishing second, third and fourth. I think if you're first, you probably just want to lift your trophy and go, but it does, it gives it, Paul O'Connell touched on it earlier, that it gives the fans and the players the opportunity to play big, high-profile games in May whenever you wouldn't know with this country, but, you should have a chance of getting better weather in May than you do in January, December time. I don't see why you can play to a level one week and not play like that the next week. I think it's just concentration and probably a bit of belief and a little bit of, whenever you play to that high level, to not just go, oh, we're great now and move on. You know, you need to, the like your Munsters and Leinsters, every day they come in to train to try to better themselves, and it's something that as Ulster, it's a mentality we need to pick up. We can't just pick it up when we're playing as it was the European champions last year. You know, it needs to be every week, whether you're away to wherever, to the Dragons, or at home to the Ospreys. It should always mean the same to you.